Hello students, welcome back to accountancy classes. Let's start the next question. Next one, we are going to start question number 4. X purchased the business of Y from 1st April 2019. For this purpose, goodwill is to be valued at 100% of the average annual profits of last 4 years. The profits shown by Y's business for the last 4 years were, here are given 4 years profit and some adjustments are also here. Calculate the value of goodwill. The same thing that we have to find the goodwill. This is 100% of the average annual profits. It means in this question there is no number of years purchase. Just whatever your average annual profit will be, the same amount will be the value of goodwill, because this is the 100%. So here you can write goodwill equals to average annual profit multiply by, simply you can say 100%. Just 100% means as it is amount. So whatever the average annual profit will be, it will be totally 100%. So the same thing, first of all find the adjusted profits. Here we have 4 years. One, 2, 3 and 4. These 4 years are 16, 17, 18 and 19. 31st March 16, 31st March 17, 31st March 18 and 31st March 19. Okay. First of all, write down profits. 1 lakh rupees profit, then 1,50,000 loss. Losses will be written in bracket. Okay, 150 and 2 lakh. These are the next 2 years profits. 1,50,000 and 2 lakh profit. Okay, let's see the first adjustment. In 2016. Bracket, one bracket is there, after debiting loss of stock by fire, means there is a loss of stock by fire, so this is termed as abnormal loss. So 50,000 will be added back in the profits of 2016. So here you can write loss of stock by fire, 50,000, this will be added back. Next one, in 2016, that is includes voluntary retirement compensation paid. Just you are paying compensation to your any of employee for voluntary retirement. So this is also termed as abnormal loss. So this 80,000 will also be added. Voluntary retirement compensation. 80,000. Now see the additional information. First one, during the year ended 31st March 2017, a machine got destroyed in accident and 60,000 rupees was written off as loss in profit and loss account. A machine got destroyed in accident. You can term this point also as abnormal loss because this was destroyed in an accident. Okay. But this was written off as loss in P&L account, means by mistake just to noted it in P&L account. It means your P&L account profits decreased, so we have to add it back to equal our profits. So 60,000 will be added back. Machine destroyed, wrongly debited to P&L account. 60,000. Later on, second point, on 1st July 2017, 2 computers costing rupees 40,000 each, means simple you can say that 80,000 rupees is the value of 2 computers, were purchased and were debited to travelling expenses account. This is the first mistake, that you purchased computer, so you should write it in the balance sheet. okay, because this is an asset, but by mistake you entered this in traveling expenses, means you can say in P&L account, because traveling expenses goes in P&L account, right? So by mistake your P&L account profit decreased by 80,000. So we have to add this point also. Computers costing wrongly debited to traveling expenses account, means in bracket you can say P&L account. 80,000 in which year? 1st July 2017, it means 31st March 2018. So in this year it will be added back 80,000. And depreciation is to be charged at 10% per annum on straight line method. In this we have to charge depreciation also. So depreciation will be deducted here. Depreciation charged. Actually this was purchased on 1st July 2017. So in first year we will calculate depreciation for 9 months and later on we will calculate it for full year. Okay, so you can say like 80,000 multiply by 10% multiply by 9 months. So for first year it will be 6,000. And for next year it will be for full year. So full year you can say 80,000 multiply by 10%, that is 8,000. Okay, I think these were the adjustments. Now find the adjusted profit. $1,50,000. Here it will be 10,000 rupees loss. For next one 2,24,000 and for this one 1,92,000. Okay, now find out average profit. $1,50,000 plus this is loss, so 10,000 minus plus 2,24,000 plus 1,92,000 divide by 4. Just add these terms. $5,56,000, I think so. 4 ones are 4, 4 3 are 12, 4 9 are 36. 1,39,000 is the amount of average profit, and this average profit will be valued here 1,39,000. 100%, it means the same 1,39,000 will be the value of goodwill. Okay. Yes, so this was a little further question of question number 3rd. In third one, we just found 2 items, that was abnormal loss and abnormal gain. But here we can find like some loss of stock by fire, voluntary retirement, compensation paid, machine destroyed, wrongly debited to P&L account. So these type of adjustments can be there in any question. Okay, so just do more practice about these adjustments. Easily you will able to calculate the average profit and later on the goodwill. Okay, let's start the next question. Next one we are going to discuss about the weighted average profit. I think weighted average profit already you have studied in class 9th, 10th or maybe in any class, because this is included in statistics. Let's start the question number 7. The profits earned by a firm during the last 4 years were as follows: 13, 14, 15 and 16. 4 years profit are here. calculate the value of goodwill on the basis of 3 years purchase of weighted average profit. Here we have to find goodwill equals to weighted average profit multiplied by number of years purchase. Weighted average profit we will find it, and number of years purchase are given 3 years. Same way, write down calculation. I think there is no adjustment in this question. Directly we can find weighted average profit. So write down calculation of weighted average profit. We have 4 years profit, so first column we will make for years. Years are 2013, 14, 15 and 16. Later on, profits, amount of profits are profits are given in this 80,000, 1 lakh, 1,10,000 and 1,50,000. These are the profits. Later on we will make a separate column for weights. We have to give weight for every year. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are given in the question. Otherwise we also have to give the same weight. Next one, weighted profits. Just multiply these two columns. 80,000 multiplied by 1, 1 lakh multiplied by 2, 1,10,000 multiplied by 3, that is 3,30,000, and fourth one, that is 6 lakh. Next one, we will find the total weighted profit. Two lakh, 3 lakh, 5 and 6, 11, 12 lakh, 10,000. This is the total weighted profit. Write down now, weighted average profit equals to total of weighted profits divided by total weights. 12 lakh 10,000 divided by total weights, that is 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, 10. So weighted average profit will be 1,21,000, right? So put up this value here, 1,21,000 multiplied by 3, 3,63,000 is the value of goodwill on the basis of weighted average profit. This was simple question of weighted average. Now let's discuss something difficult, not can be difficult, just with adjustments. In question number 8, that is also weighted average profit, but in this we will discuss about some adjustments also. Following information is available about the business of a firm. Profits are given, some adjustments are given, and goodwill is agreed to be valued at 2 years purchase of the weighted average profits of the past 3 years. 2 years purchase, it means number of years purchase are 2, and the same point weighted average profit we have to calculate. So write down calculation of adjusted weighted profits, means we have to make adjustments also and weight also. How many years are there? 3 years. Particular years are 2013, 14 and 15. Right? So first of all, write down the profit, that is 40,000, 50,000 and 60,000. These are the profits. Now let's read the first adjustment. Non-recurring income. Non-recurring income, that is abnormal income of 1,000 rupees is included in the profits of 2014. So we will subtract this. Non-recurring income, 1,000 rupees in 2014's profits. Second adjustment, that is profit of 2013 have been reduced by 6,000 because goods were destroyed by fire. Means your goods were destroyed by fire in 2013. That is abnormal loss, but your profit was reduced by this amount. So we will add it back as abnormal loss. So you can write here loss of goods by fire. Loss of goods by fire, 6,000 will be added here. Next one, goods have not been insured but it is thought to insure them in future. The insurance premium is estimated at rupees 400 per year. Means whenever there will be estimation of this insurance premium, so it will be 400 rupees per year. So we will subtract because this is an expense for us. So write down insurance premium 400 per year. It means it will be deducted in every year's profit. Okay. Next one, reasonable remuneration of the proprietor of business is 6,000 rupees per year. Means the proprietor of the business will take 6,000 rupees remuneration from the firm, but it has not been taken into account for calculation of above mentioned profits. Whenever you calculated these profits, you did not take this remuneration into the account. So now we have to deduct this remuneration of the proprietor from every year's profit. So write down remuneration of proprietor, that is 6,000, 6,000 and 6,000. Next one, profits of 2015 include 5,000 rupees income on investment. Income of investment is also deducted. So less income on investments, that is 5,000 in 2015's profit. So find out adjusted profit. (40 plus 6), 46. 46 minus 6,400, it will be 39,600. Just deduct these. 49 minus 6, 43. 42,600. And here it will be 48,600, right? Now here we can give weighted average profit also. Just here put up the weight and multiply it by adjusted profits. Write down weights. Weights are 1, 2 and 3. The next one, weighted profits, it will be 39,600 for second year, 85,200, and for third year 1,45,800. So write down here weighted average profit equals to total weighted profits upon total weights. total vetted profits, that is 39,600 plus 85,200 plus 1,45,800 divide by total weights 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is 6. Add these amounts 1, 6, 11, 9, 20, 2, 4, 6 and 8, 14, 17, 1. Divide by 6, 45,100, this is the weighted average profit, and now multiply it by 2, so it will be 90,200 rupees the amount of goodwill. Yes, again just make a summary of this question. What was there? Actually this question was fully based on weighted average profit. Goodwill equals to weighted average profit multiplied by number of years purchase. Number of years purchase, that are 2 already given in the question, and weighted average profit we have to find. So just first of all we found the adjusted profit as it was in average profit method. Non-recurring income, that is termed as abnormal income also, so we deducted this. Loss of goods by fire, that is abnormal loss, so we added it back. Insurance premium, why we deducted this? Because this will be paid every year, so this will reduce our profits. So this is also deducted from every year because 400 rupees per year it will be the premium. Remuneration of proprietor, this will also be deducted because while calculating profit you did not take this remuneration into account, so now we have to reduce by this amount. Income on investment, this is also outsider's income, so we deducted this income. Like this adjusted profit, later on we gave weights and multiplied it by adjusted profit, then we found the weighted profits. Total weighted profits divided by total weights, then our profit is weighted average profit. Weighted average profit multiplied by number of years purchase, then we found the value of goodwill. Okay. Now we will discuss about the next method, that is super profit method. Still 3 or 4 questions we solved about average profit. In that average profit and weighted average profit both we have discussed. I have skipped 2 or 3 questions, that will be your homework, just do it yourself. So now let's start the second method. Super profit method we will study here. First of all we will know what is the meaning of super profit. Yes, so first of all just try to know what is the meaning of super profit. In this method, goodwill is calculated on the basis of surplus profit earned by a firm in comparison to average profits earned by other firms. What is the meaning of super profit or how we calculate goodwill according to this method? That on the basis of surplus profit earned by a firm, excess profit earned by a firm in comparison to average profit earned by other firms. If a business has no anticipated excess earning, it will have no goodwill. Means simply you can say that in this method we will calculate goodwill on the basis of excess profit that your firm earned in the comparison to other firms. Okay. If you don't have any excess earning, so it means you don't have any goodwill. Okay. You are also similar to other firms. Such excess profits are called super profits, and the goodwill is calculated on the basis of super profits. Means the excess profit that you earned in the comparison to other firms, that will be called super profit. Excess profit is equal to super profit. So how we will calculate super profits goodwill? Just write down first of all formulas. Super profit method. Goodwill equals to super profit multiplied by number of years purchase. This is your main formula as we were writing in average profit method. Average profit multiplied by number of years purchase. So in this super profit multiplied by number of years purchase. Now you have to find super profit. So super profit will be actual average profit minus normal profit. Actual average profit, you know very well how we calculate it. That is the same average profit as we calculated in the first point. So that is the same average profit. And normal profit we have to calculate. Normal profit will be capital employed multiplied by normal rate of return divided by 100. This will be the formula of normal profit. So like this, in this method you have to calculate 3 terms, or you have to put up 3 formulas. The first main formula will be goodwill equals to super profit multiplied by number of years purchase. Then in this formula you have to know the value of super profit. Then super profit will be actual average profit minus normal profit. Actual average profit, easily you can calculate that this is the average of all past years profit. Okay. Normal profit, that is capital employed multiplied by normal rate of return upon 100. Now the one new term is also for you, that is capital employed. That how we will find capital employed. So there are 2 methods of finding capital employed. Let's discuss these. There are 2 methods of finding capital employed. Either we can find it by liability side or asset side. This will be depend on the information given in the question. Okay, if you have total assets, means if you want to find by asset side, then your formula of capital employed will be total assets minus outsiders liability. Outsiders liability, like you can include long term liability, means long term loan, and whatever means loans, just you can say long term liability, long term borrowings, and short term borrowings. Short term loans or creditors, bank loan or bank overdraft, these all will be included in this long term plus short term. So if you have information regarding assets and outsiders liability, then you will find total assets minus outsiders liability. But if you have some other information like partners capital plus reserves and accumulated profits, these are 2 methods of finding capital employed, and this will be based on the information given in the question. If you have related information about capital and reserves, then you will add both and that will be capital employed. If you have total assets and outsider liability, then you will find total assets minus outsider liability. Okay. So these will be 3 formulas, 3 or 4 main formulas. Just you can note it down in your notebook and make proper notes of all the things. Students, remind this point that you have to make proper notes, because we don't have sufficient time to revise all the chapters. So try to understand everything very carefully. Exams are on the hand, so we have to make serious notes, we have to make serious for our study. Okay guys? Okay, so let's start the question based on the super profits. I am taking the base question, that is 10th question. Question number 10. A firm earned profits of 80,000 rupees, 1 lakh, rupees 120, 180 during 2010-11, 11-12, 12-13 and 13-14. You have 4 years profits. The firm has capital investment of 5 lakh rupees. Capital investment means capital employed given in the question. You don't need to find it. A fair rate of return on investment is 15%. 15%, that is normal rate of return. Normal rate of return, what do you understand by normal rate of return? It means whatever capital you invested in the business, this is the normal rate of return, that by this rate you can get return of your investment. 15% is the rate by which you can get return of your investments capital. So calculate goodwill of the firm based on 3 years purchase of average super profit of last 4 years. You have to find by super profit method, that is super profit multiplied by number of years purchase. Number of years purchase are 3. So here you can write 3 years purchase. Then we find super profit. So for super profit, actual average profit we have to find, and normal profit, that is also we have to find. So just first of all find out actual average profit. Actual average profit equals to total profits divided by number of years. So total profits are 80,000, 1 lakh, 1,20,000 plus 1,80,000 divided by 4. So this is 4,80,000 divided by 4 means 1,20,000 is the amount of average annual profit. So this average annual profit will be valued here 1,20,000. Now normal profit. So normal profit we will find by capital investment and normal rate of return. So capital investment is 5 lakh rupees multiply by 15% is the normal rate of return. So your normal profit will be 75,000. Just put this value here. So super profit will be 45,000. Okay, write this 45,000. The amount of goodwill, it is 1,35,000. This is the amount of goodwill. So like this way you should also follow the steps. First of all, just put up the formula of goodwill. Later on we need super profit. So put up the formula of super profit. After this you can either put up the value of actual average profit or normal profit, whatever, because first of all we need actual average profit. So you can write first actual average profit. Later on we need normal profit. So later we can write about normal profit. Okay. So this is a little basic question of super profit. Okay guys, so in next video we will discuss some more questions related to super profits and the third one method, that is capitalization method. Okay, so that's enough for today. Thank you so much. Do your study, enjoy your day.